it's been a bit of a strange season so far. That's us just about to get into November and we're in a kind of very disrupted start. What's it been like for you and the guys?
Obviously a tough start, you know, it took so long to get that win, but and obviously on Saturday we got that first win, so hopefully we can go to St Johnstone and get another win.
Getting that under the belt and as well as getting things maybe a wee bit more settled behind the scenes, has that helped you guys just to settle in a wee bit more and get back to work?
Aye, you know, obviously Sink's been here for so long, so we all know him. I know it's a kind of new group, but from the start of the season, but most of the boys obviously know Sink and the way he works. So now we're just looking forward to Saturday now.
The atmosphere in the squad and in the dressing room must have been really good after getting that win. So is it about taking that forward into the games to come, starting with St Johnstone?
Aye, that's what I mean. Wins help in football. It brings everyone together. And thankfully we got the win on Saturday, and hopefully we can just take it into the next game and then follow on Friday after that.
What do you expect from St Johnstone? Obviously top of the league for a reason. We've seen that they can be a very good side. So what are you and the guys preparing for?
Listen, they'll be confident. They're obviously at the top of the league, they're flying. But we just won as well, so we'll go into the game confident as well, and we'll just play our style of play as well, and hopefully we can get 3 points. Going
back into the starting lineup on Saturday, it must have been a really good feeling. How did you feel physically afterwards?
I was actually alright on the Sunday, but as you said, I hadn't played for so long, and I was just happy to get back into the starting 11 and kind of get that 60 minutes under my belt, so hopefully I can play a bigger part on Saturday.
And having that trust from Sinky, Huts, Prunty, they obviously believe in you. Does that make a difference?
Yeah, in football you always have to have someone that believes in you and thinks you're good enough to go and play, and I've got that with Sink, Huts and Prince just now, so hopefully I can just continue playing and be back at my best.
And you've got that self-belief as well. You back yourself to go out there onto that pitch and make a difference, a positive impact for the team.
Obviously you need to have that confidence as a player going into the games and into starting 11s, or if that's coming on to the pitch as well, you need to make an impact. So hopefully Saturday I can make a bigger impact than I did on last Saturday. I was just trying to find my feet again, and we'll look forward to Saturday.
And with like you say, the game's coming thick and fast at St Johnstone and then it's Partick Thistle, and as much as you look at that and go, well, that's the top two and we've got tough games to come, it must be exciting. Those are the kind of games you want to be in. As
you say, as football, you want to play the best games. Obviously, our next two games are them two at the top. But no, as I say, they're the kind of games you want to play in, and we'll be confident in both games.
Obviously, when St Johnstone were here, it was a narrow 2-1 defeat, and although they started well, we finished that game strongly. So is there a belief we can take from that, and can we be better than we were in that game when we play them on Saturday?
Absolutely. We've obviously done a homework on them, and I'm sure they've done it on us as well. We're watching the videos this morning, probably do the same tomorrow, working towards them. But in games you need to take chances, and hopefully we'll get chances on Saturday. We just need to take them.
Brilliant, Gavin. That's amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Aaron, obviously makes it a lot easier to prepare when you've had a win under your belt, but what's the mood in the squad been like since Saturday?
Yeah, the mood's quite high, as you would expect after a win. Boys got a day off, and then we've been working hard the last few days preparing for St Johnstone.
I suppose it's that one victory, but we can't really get too carried away. So, like you say, St Johnstone next, what do you expect from the league leaders?
No, obviously they've got their threats. They're top of the league for a reason. You know, they can hurt you in a lot of departments in the pitch. So we need to be on our mettle and ready for the game.
And I suppose we've seen, you know, they've had that setback when they lost to Arbroath, but they bounced back in style at Capello. So we've got to expect them to have got over any kind of wobble they might have had from that defeat.
Yeah, no, it's a sign of a good team. Losing 1 week and then bouncing back like they did at Capello. We watched the game, and as I said before, they've got threats from all over the pitch, so we'll have to be ready for that. But I'm hoping as well that we can sort of implement our game plan to Saturday.
Bizarrely, they seem to be struggling more at home than they are on the road so far, St Johnstone. Is there anything that we can read into that, or is that maybe just how the fixtures have landed for them?
No, it could be a case of teams away from home against when they're away from home. Teams at home are maybe pushing them a bit more, whereas at home teams might sit back. But I wouldn't read too much into that.
The game that we played here, it feels like a lot's happened since that that match. But as good as they looked for maybe the first half hour, and I thought they looked very good for that opening period, we had them pinned in towards the end, and can perhaps feel a wee bit unfortunate to have got something out of the game. So do you take stuff from that? Do the squad take encouragement from that?
No, definitely can take encouragement in how that last 20 minutes ended. But from going on to Saturday, we'll need to look towards starting the game a lot better than we did that game. So hopefully that's the case.
The squad fitness levels, obviously we've seen Charlie took a bad one during the game against Arbroath. How has he reacted, and what's the kind of general fitness levels and availability?
Yeah, Chaz took a bad one, so we'll have to wait to see how he comes through and ready for Saturday. Might be a couple of weeks out, but we'll wait to see on that one. Gratz is back full training, so hopefully he'll be back involved in the squad, and then Craigie and Rico Armstrong maybe a couple of weeks away, and then Dylan McDonald, maybe assess him, maybe a further few tests for him, so he might miss out.
How's Kingy getting on in his recovery?
Yeah, no, Kingy's doing well. Hopefully starting back running the next few weeks, and then take it from there. He'll have to probably build himself up training wise, but after that hopefully see him back shortly.
The situation with Matty Connolly, or maybe a wee bit frustrating to lose him when he's had 2 clean sheets out of 3, but I suppose there's no concerns about putting Cade back in there because we saw how well he did end of last season.
No, definitely, that's what we've said to Cade. He's probably came in last season at a high pressured situation. He came out with flying colours, so no qualms about Cade stepping back in on Matty's absence.
With the situation and things working out the way they did last week, we'd had the Dunfermline game, and then you and the guys stepped in, and it was straight into the match. Has there been a wee bit more breathing time and time to kind of get yourselves on a even kilter?
Yeah, no, it's definitely you've got your full week to work with the guys rather than the basically one training session. So hopefully we can sort of implement and take stuff that we took in the first half at Arbroath and make that 60, 70, 80, 90 minutes against St Johnstone.
And for you, for Hutz and Brian Prunty, has it been a bit more settled now this week than perhaps last week?
Yeah. No, as I said, it was quite chaotic last week with what happened, but yeah, definitely a more settled week for the guys.
Brilliant. Well, we will see you on Saturday, Aaron. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers.